Well, that can't be good. Ah. What is up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Wells Built Garage. In today's episode, we're going to try to get some steering built. Don't have a whole lot of time today, but we're going to at least try to get these knuckles drilled out and get the tie rod built and get that done today before I got to go to work. So let's get it. So I decided to go with the Barnes full drive high steering knuckles. You really can't beat it for the money. You got 1-inch bolts here. Is take these, put them on your knuckles, weld them in, and go. So, but look at this thing, 1-inch reamer. Talk about beef. This thing's insane. Usually I use 3/4 for doing knuckles, but that 1-inch ain't no joke. So we're gonna try to get wheels and tires pulled off here. Get this old junk steering pulled off. And get these knuckles drilled out to 1-inch and get our tie rod tacked up. See if we can get something done today before I have to skedaddle out of here. Not to brag or nothing, but I used to work for NASCAR back in the day. Yeah. Oh, it's stuck. Ah! Yeah. Get off here. Yeah. Woo. Rusty. Big boy. Alright, but oh yeah. Scallop. Ah, yeah. Bingo. Whoop. Now that we got the steering taken off, time to drill this sucker out. 1-inch hole, and see if we can get some brackets mocked up. Alright, nothing like a little lubrication. Get in there. Alright. Whoa! Well, that can't be good. Ah, damn it. Well, try to get that figured out. Apparently I need a new one. I think my drill has finally bit the dust. Alright, now I got that drilled out. Made one heck of a mess. Forgot to put my bucket under there, but had to fight the drill, got it out. But started out with a 5/8, went to a 3/4, and then up to 1 inch. I hate drilling knuckles. It sucks, but it needs done. So now we can try to mock up our brackets and hopefully it lines up. Well, after trying to fight this thing to get it on here, I realized that drilled it a little crooked, so that's a bummer. It's frustrating, but part of it. Should have paid more attention. The other side came out great, but fits real nice. So I guess I gotta tear the knuckles off anyway, so I guess I'll take this one off and see if I can find somebody around here that's got another one and not try to drill that one crooked. If it's easy, everybody be doing it. That's a fact. So, did a little work off camera. Now, I've got it to where it should be. We got our proper alignment back here, so we got our gap. It's not sitting on against the rotor. Took that backing plate off it. I hate those dust covers, they need to come off anyways, but now we're good and right on that. On the bottom for our sleeve, we're nice and flush. So now I just need to clean this knuckle up and give it a few tack welds, and then we'll be good. Same thing with the other side. I did have to, there was a little nipple here. I'll pull this off and show you. There's a little nipple that comes factory on these, and I ground that flush, and that allowed this bottom plate to come riding down a little bit farther, and that helped out quite a bit. I didn't have to do it on this side, so I guess this side could use a little more finessing. I may mess with that too, but overall, yeah, looks like it's hitting right on that nipple in there. So grind that nipple off, and that should help bring this more flat. But do I really need the high steer? Not really. It's not, I mean, it's not an off-road rig, but the whole purpose of it was so whenever I do my tie rod and steering linkage, this is gonna bring it out 3 inches out, so I have plenty of clearance from the track bar. That was my theory on it, but we'll see. Once I get these tacked in, then I will make my tie rod to go across, connect them, and see what kind of clearance I got. I may have to move the track bar, but part of it, we'll see what we can come up with. With a little love from the finesser, got that nipple ground down. So let's see what kind of fitting we can get. Oh yeah. More, better. That's what I'm talking about. Who needs nipples anyways? We don't need them around here. Oh yeah, real nice. So real quick, went ahead and took a strip disc and a wire wheel and got these all cleaned up as much as I can. They ain't perfect, but it's a lot better than this crusty old rusty knuckle. Gives me something good to weld to. So, but if you never used these are a strip disc. I just buy these off Amazon. They come with different kinds, but they're pretty good. I like them for stuff like this. Really knocks off a bunch of the rust and whatnot, but it doesn't take any metal with it. So overall, it's a pretty good thing. But I'm gonna get these mounts put back on and then tack them up, and we'll see if we can get a tie rod built. Well, I got the knuckles tacked up. I went ahead and kind of threw in the tie rod in, and it is not going to work at all. So obviously this bar is too long, but even with that, it's still hitting. So I'm going to have to figure something out. I can probably put 6 or 10 degrees of bend on this to probably clear the track bar, but as far as up travel, I don't know how that's going to clear. So I'm going to have to do some brainstorming. I may have to just go ahead and make me a new bracket for that track bar. I don't know. I got to sit and think about it. This is why I always plan for stuff not working out, because a lot of times it doesn't work out and I gotta redo it, but it's part of it. I do have about 3 more inches of up travel I have to go, and there's about 3 3/4 inch until this link gets close to that oil pan. So I got about 3/4 of an inch, which is a little close for my liking, but I don't know. Obviously, first I need to figure out what I'm going to do about these rubbing. There's not a lot of room left to bring that bracket in, so I don't know. I'd sit and think about it, try to figure this out, but I want to give you guys an update on where this is at. So, doing some brainstorming. I took the track bar bracket, flipped it up. Obviously that mount's not going to be for up there because it's in the way, but brings the track bar more out of the way. So now one of the only issues now is the bracket there on the end, which I may end up taking this bracket off and maybe making a bracket that comes down here to where it's more flush with the frame rail. But then the issue with doing that is now I'm right above the hog head and I gotta snake it up and under the oil pan, which to do that it's gonna need a few bends, and that piece is too short. So it's either I order another piece and try to get some bends out of it, or I go ahead and design one and make it out of like a CNC track bar. So I don't know. It's kind of one of the things where you do something this way and it's good, but it's bad that way, and vice versa. So still brainstorming, but making somewhat progress, but there's just not a lot of room under here to package it all. So that's my biggest issue right now. Alright, little update. So pretty much the high steer knuckles are absolutely not going to work with this setup whatsoever. I've tried 3 or 4 different scenarios, changing things, flipping them, moving around, and it's just simply not going to work. So that whole idea is getting scrapped. I'm just going to go to regular crossover steering. Probably going to have to put, I got some offset heims coming for the lower tie rod, and then I may have to make a slight bend in it just to clear the diff. Not sure. Got to wait to get everything, all my parts, and then get a final fit and see kind of where it's going to be at. I'm going to flip the track bar back down to under the knuckle, so that way the drag link's the same angle. So yeah, a little update. Waiting on parts again. This thing is whooping me. I should have just started with crossover steering to begin with, but I thought that having the high steer would have helped, but overall it was actually terrible. So it's unfortunate, but part of it. We'll get this tuned in and hopefully all that will work. So as soon as these parts show up, we'll get back at it. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video, and we're going to wait for these parts to arrive. When they do, I'm going to get the steering knocked out, and then we're going to get this truck aired up. We're going to get it out of my shop finally. I'm tired of seeing it on these jack stands, and I'm ready to see it rolling out of here. So be sure to keep an eye out for the next episode, because it's going to be a big one. I appreciate you guys watching. It means a lot. Till the next episode, I'll see you guys later.